Hey, what's up, y'all? How's everybody doing out there? What's up, YouTube? What's up, world? How's everybody's Sunday? What you doing? What are you guys doing today? Is everybody good? Did everybody eat? Because I made sure I ate before I came up here because my stomach was talking. Are you guys being safe out there? Staying awake, watching your surrounding? Because it's a cold world we're living in. You got to bundle up. Even in the summertime, that's how cold the world we're living in now is. I just want to let you guys know I love each and every one of you. Even if you don't love me, I love you. Greetings to you all, beautiful people in the house tonight. Thank you for your time. I got a special guest that's coming on at 6:30. Well, I'm gonna call her at 6:30. So can you guys remind me when it's 6:30? All right, because I might be talking and you know how things go, you lose track of time. But yeah, I got something lined up tonight. It ain't much, but you know, I'm sorry I've been away, guys. I haven't been active on Scream, y'all. Been having some technical difficulties and going through life struggles, right? Going through life struggles. I want to give a big shout out before we get started. I want to give a big shout out to all the supporters. Want to give a shout out to all my brothers and sisters who are, doing a sober thing. And for those who are still struggling with their addiction, I pray you break free from the chains of the beast. You deserve to be happy. And I hope one day you'll realize that you are worth it, that drugs are just a waste of time. It just destroys you, take away your self respect, everything, throw it out the window. So shout out to Deb. I want to give a big shout out to our girl Deb. Thank you so much for the donation. I'm gonna do a little screen share so I won't get you guys bored because I'm still ain't showing myself yet. You guys is gonna see me. It's just gonna be, on my time. I'm sorry if you can't wait, but it's gonna be worth it, all right? Mal's story is gonna be a movie. I told you guys that. So hold on one second. Let me share this screen with you guys. And we're gonna get into what we're getting into tonight. So I hope you guys can see the screen. Let me go back to screen, y'all. Okay. Look, you see my friends. You can see my friend list and everything. But one second. Oh no, something just played without my permission. One second, y'all. Okay, I want to give a big, big shout out, a billion thank you to our longtime supporter, our dearest Deb. She came through for the home team, and look who's helping. Brody, my favorite helper. So shout out to Deb. She sent these lovely snacks that I'm gonna be, I already got the blessing bag going already. The blessing bag is already being put together. Let me make this bigger. All right. I don't know why that is on the side. Oh yeah, that's Facebook. You know how Facebook is. But yeah, shout out to Deb for the for the gift for our brothers and sisters in the struggle. We got more, bags to put it in. That's always appreciated. And I will be updating the Amazon wish list because the weather is starting to get nice. Winter is slowly fading, so it's time for spring. So I'll update, revise the wish list. So if you guys also, if you have any items you think our brothers and sisters in the struggle could use, please email me, send it to me, because we work together as a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. We got Rice Krispie treats. Somebody told me, Mal, why don't you break one open and give it to Brody? She's gonna love it. I haven't tried big. Brody is very picky, so I would try it. But as you can see, the love, cheese. It's that's a classic, right? If you like cheese, if you're not lactose, you good. But yeah, that was thanks Deb for that wonderful gift. Is needed, and this is just making people feel a little bit better about themselves. Little things when people come when I go in when I enter Kensington and I'm going around giving away supplies, people are very grateful. It's needed. So thanks to Deb. I want to give a shout out to Mary Packer, our whole Wisconsin family, and to everyone else who have been sending donations, whether you know put your name on it or you don't put your name on it. You are anonymous, just like Mal like to be anonymous. God bless you, all right? God bless each and every one of you for your love. So shout out Deb, thank you once again, and thanks to the AML family. And if you would like to donate, check our community section. We have the Amazon wish list, and the PO box address is going to be in the link on my video, so you can go check that out and send some things to the PO box. Go through your closet and send some of your stuff that you don't wear anymore. I'm sure a lot of us got clothes just sitting we don't wear anymore. As long as it's in good condition, it's needed. All right. Well, we got 51 in the house. Somebody told me that it was a game. Uh, I don't know what type of game is going on. Whether it's a basketball, a football game or baseball game. I don't know. But I'm not a big sports fan, so you're not going to hear me talking about sports. When I was younger, yes, I used to collect baseball cards, stuff like that. But when I got older, it just faded. I play basketball, but I'm no Michael Jordan, I tell you that. I'm watching the time, guys. But yo, shout out to everyone in the house tonight. Let me just give few announcements before we go any further. All right, guys? Let me just give these announcements. All right, 1 second. Let me pull up my notepad. What I'm gonna start doing is start preparing myself, writing scripts. A lot of people that do YouTube videos, they write scripts. And I come on here freestyling. And then I get judged for freestyling. People say I sound like I'm a fifth grader. Well, I sound like a fifth grader. It's okay. A lot of us, it didn't have the opportunity to go to college or, to get a good education in life. I may sound like a fifth grader, but I'm talented. I got skills. I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the ghetto, in the trenches. My talking was way worse than this before I moved to Philly. Because my talking in New York was straight up slangs. Everything I spoke was slang. So I have improved myself a whole lot since then. And you know what? I'm more concerned about the person who I'm becoming. I'm not worried about the person I was. I'm more worried about who I'm becoming. Yeah, that was just some hater throwing shots at me, saying I sound like a fifth grader when they have no idea what I have been through in my life. They have no idea. But it's easy to judge a person when you don't know what they have been through. My bad, guys. Let me pull this up. It's two people. It's two people I want to bring your attention to tonight. Okay, so I received an email from, let me pull up this lady picture. Okay, let's go. Hope you guys can see that picture. Let me pull up the receipt. No, I saved it. Okay, guys. So the public, well, this is the public, but Kristen. This is Kristen's sister. I received an email. I think it was yesterday I received the email, and it was from Kristen. She said, "Hi, I was just wondering if you remember my sister at all. Her name is Susan. She died in November on the streets of Kensington. She would have been 40 tomorrow." Yeah, she sent this to me, matter of fact, today at 8:29 a.m. Her name is Kristen. She was just wondering if I had any interaction with her sister, which her sister do look familiar. She looked like somebody that I did see in Kensington. That face on the left side, on the left, guys, that's, her recent picture on the left. I have seen her in Kensington, but I never did an interview with her. Her name is Susan, but she died in November on the streets of Kensington. Such a beautiful lady. But as you can see, what addiction does to people, it sucks the life right out of you. So may her soul rest in peace. May her family get comfort, her sister get some type of comfort. If anyone had any interaction with Susan, you know her personally, reach out to me. And the sister would love to hear how her last days was. Rest in peace to Susan, guys. We are losing so many of our brothers and sisters to addiction or the lifestyle, because that's the two things that's going to kill you. Either if the drugs don't kill you, the lifestyle is going to kill you. So may her soul rest in peace, guys. And the next person I'm going to bring up is Amanda. Her sister also reached out to me. One second, let me. Okay, yeah. All right, let me pull up the chat that me and her had. I'll pull up the email real quick, guys. So her sister, the person who sent me this picture, her name is Brianna. She said, "Hello, it's a long shot here, but was wondering if you have ever interviewed a girl by the name Amanda Kennedy. Kenny, I'm sorry, Amanda Kenny. I looked through my library and I have an interview. I have interviewed some Amanda, but it was not her. So I told the person that, I don't think I have interviewed her. This She said, I don't. So I asked her to send me a picture, and this was the picture she sent me. She said, I don't have a recent picture. I have, this was I guess 6 years ago. This picture was taken. Nah, I'm tripping. It said 2014. This picture was taken in 2014. But yeah, Brianna said she hasn't seen her in over 6 years. So I asked her, I'm like, did you file a police report? She said no, there wasn't a missing person report made. She normally would call my mom from a random number, but hasn't in about a year. We know she's somewhere down in Kensington. I was more looking for myself for peace of mind, to know if my sister's alive or dead. She lost custody of all her three kids, my nieces, and nephew, who thank God for my other sister who was able to take them in. We don't even think my sister Amanda remembers having her third baby, as she was taken from her when she was 3 months old and is now 6. She said, I watch your videos a lot. and other people videos to see if I see her. Shit's sad, but we tried so many times to get her help. I said, I'm so sorry that you guys are going through this, but when I'm down in Kensington, I'll make sure to ask around about your sister. As you can see, guys, this is a never ending struggle. It's never ending. If I go to my Facebook, back to my Facebook again. One second, let me go back to my Facebook. Let me remove this from here. Okay, let me go back to my Facebook and let's check this page real quick. Found in what's the page name? Lost in Kensington? Yeah, found in Kensington. Let's check this page out. So this is the group that I follow. People also, send me things through my email. But as you can see, this was 1 hour ago. I'm sorry. Remind me when it's 6:30 so I can make that phone call, and we're gonna call our special guest. All right, as you can see, this doesn't have. Okay, the daughter of Shannon Marie, date of birth 6/11/1978, is desperately seeking the public assistance in locating Shannon whereabouts. So this is another family. This was posted 13 hours ago. Loved ones looking for Shannon. And the longer you stay in Kensington, the more you become unrecognizable because the drugs just keep sucking the life out of you and make you unrecognizable. When people see you, they don't even know it's you. And it's sad what it does to people. Unless you know that person for years, you're like, that's you. But yeah, that's what the drugs do. All right, so as I'm scrolling, and if you see anybody you recognize or know, send me an email and I'll make sure I send the family an email. So this posted 13 hours ago by David. This is my daughter. Look, a father crying out for help. This is my daughter, Brianna Lasky. I haven't seen or heard from her since last May. She might be in Kensington or Chester. If you see her, please let her know or have her call her dad. Sad. This is like so heartbreaking. The more I do this work, the more it takes a toll on me because of the darkness that comes with it. It's very dark. And you do need to take breaks for your own mental health, or else you'll drown because you're in deep waters and you're swimming with sharks. I'm scrolling too fast. Let's see this one. This was posted. I'm sorry, that's my cat Brody. She's in heat and she just keeps calling my name. Meow, meow. Hold on, yeah. Brody, I'm working, all right? I'm doing Brody. I'm busy right now. We'll talk later on, okay? Come back later on. I'm done. Yeah, I had to tell Brody I'm working right now, that I'll pay her attention later on. And look, she's right back on my door again, guys. I'm sorry if that's if that is annoying for some people, but it'll go away soon. Oh, look, guys, it's Heather. So I was tagged in this picture. Okay, it's 6:23. I was tagged in this picture. Say, has anyone seen this girl? This is my sister, Heather, and she's been missing for a month. I haven't seen Heather around neither for quite a few months. Since the last interview that I did with her, that's the last time I saw her. But yeah, her sister said she's been missing for a month. She stays in Kensington and frequents Castor and Sedgley. She is very close with my mom and her niece and usually talks to them at least once a week. So this is very out of character, and her phone's been going right to voicemail since she went missing. Any information regarding Heather and her whereabouts is greatly appreciated. If you know her, please tell her to call her mom right away. My mom has heart disease and trouble breathing, and the constant worry is not good for her. Thank you so much. The pics in the tank top are the most recent. Thank you. And you see this? This is my pictures. This was grabbed. This was a screenshot from my video. Like, her sister went and took a screenshot. Look at Heather. I haven't seen her around in in a while, guys. I hope she's okay. If anyone out there know about Heather whereabouts, please reach out to me so that way her mother can have some type of peace. And this is what addiction does. Even if you're not sticking the needle in your arm or anywhere in your body or smoking or doing drugs, period, you still suffer. Everyone suffer. You don't have to be the addict. You don't have to be the user. You still suffer from your loved one's addiction. It's a heartache, a really big heartache. And you won't know unless it's in your shoes. All right, let me get this phone number ready. Okay, we'll get back to more announcements. All right, guys. But right now we have a phone call we have to make. But before we make that phone call, I have to tell you guys who the person that we're bringing up is. As you all know, Ashley passed away. May her soul rest in peace. It was a shock when I found out. I interviewed Ashley one time. She was very difficult to interview. Well, let me take that back. Before we did the interview, I was trying to do an interview with her for the longest, but she was not. That's when I was living in Kensington. I was trying to do an interview with her for the longest, but she would not do it because of the stigma. She didn't want people judging her or, making fun of her. So she would not do it. But this one day, I got her. I didn't give up. Every time she would tell me no, I would tell her what my mission and assignment was. She would be like, no, I don't want to put my personal stuff out there because people are rude. And I told her, I say, I can do the best I can to delete negative comments when I see it. But she still didn't want to do it. But like I said, I didn't give up until this one day I I got her to do it. She was walking and I was like, hey, I'm back. Let's do this interview. And that day she decided to do it. And that was the interview we did. And I was hoping that she would come up out of this. Her left arm was severely infested from the trank. Her arm was really bad. I thought that was going to take her out, but God kept her alive and she got her arm taken care of and everything. So I was shocked when I heard this news. And I'm sad as with any death news that I hear because I get attached to these people. So her sister messaged me, and today we got her sister to talk to us. So I'm going to call her sister and we're gonna talk about Ashley. All right, so guys, let's make this phone call. Let's make this phone call, guys. Yeah, her sister name is Brittany. I'm gonna put up a picture of Brittany so you guys can have an idea who she is. That's Brittany. So let's call Brittany right now. Put this on speakerphone.
Hello.
Hey, thank you for picking up on the first ring.
You're welcome.
Hey, Brittany, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, just taking it one day at a time.
Exactly.
So I'm here with the AML family. I interview your sister, and I only did one video with her. I wanted to do more with her, but she didn't want to do it because she was afraid of the stigma, people judging her and
Right.
stuff. But she
Right.
finally did decide to make a difference and share her story. And I really appreciate her opening up and letting people in. So
Yeah.
let's talk about you first. Introduce yourself to the family, and then we could talk about your sister.
All right. I'm Brittany. I just turned 30 in January. I have two children of my own. I'm also a recovering addict. On the 5th, I'll have 8 months. I live in the Levittown area in a recovery house. I don't know what else.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing. We're rooting for you. Don't quit.
Thank you.
Be the change. Be the change now. Her son, needs. So you have to, keep on doing what you're doing so you can be in his life.
Right.
So tell us about your sister.
Um, so my sister, she was hysterical. She always made everybody laugh. She always had something smart to say. We used to call her Meatball when she was little because she's Italian. Just her recently, we lost touch when she started using. But not a day goes by that I didn't reach out to her, even in my own addiction, to see how she was doing. She's just in a lot of pain, and sucks that it ended the way it did.
Yeah, definitely. Do you mind? Do you mind telling us? Her cause of death,
It was an overdose.
and how did you find out about? How did you hear about it?
So I found out by her stepmom. She had found out through somebody on the street who had told one of her daughters, and it was just whisper down the lane.
And how long ago this was?
It was this Friday.
Yeah, so sorry.
Yeah, it's hard.
Hmm. I just want to let you know that you're doing great,
Thank you.
and for you not to give up. Death cause a lot of trigger for some people. Death is a huge trigger for some people, and I just don't want you to, get into deep depression and and reset your clock.
Right. Well, I have a really good support in my house, and I have a sponsor, so I've been talking to her almost every day about it. I just, there's no reason for me to fall down. She wouldn't want this. I mean, anytime that I was out on the streets and I had told her I was out on the streets, she was like, I want you to get better. You need to do, because I'm the bigger sister. So, I had to lead an example. So.
Are you the only sister she have?
She has siblings on her dad's side, and then we also have a baby sister. She's about 6 now, but she was adopted right after she was born.
Right. So whose custody is her son in?
Um, he is with his grandmother Dodie.
Uh, grandparents, we love them, right? We love our grandparents.
Yes, we do.
Thank God for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my grandparents raised me and Ashley until Ashley wanted to see the other life. Like, we never really had our mom or her dad involved. So that was like something that she always wanted. She wanted her family.
Wow, that's beautiful. And that's why I tell people, a lot of people who are in addiction, they think about their children all the time. Most of them,
Mm-hmm.
it's just that what the drugs do to your brain, it just, blind you
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, and it fears us up. Like, when we're in our active youth, like, of course we think about our kids all the time, but the fear of the judgment of trying to get clean and what people are going to think afterwards, that's like the hardest part.
What do you miss most about your sister?
I miss her smile and her laugh. And I miss just like when we were kids, I was always afraid of the dark, and she would be my comfort, even though like I'm the bigger sister. She was my rock.
She's such and she has a good vibe about her. Once she opened up to you, she's a really nice person. She's a sweet person from my, interaction with her.
Yeah, we grew up like always, caring for somebody else. Like, blood is thicker than water. Family is all we had, and like also our friends that came into our circle that are that we consider family. Like, we take them to heart. Like, we don't turn anybody away, and she's never turned anybody away.
Right. So you created a GoFundMe for your sister, and I just want you to talk about the GoFundMe so that way, we can get more people to, share it, at least share it or donate, so that way it can help as much.
Yeah. So the GoFundMe is for her son, Nicholas. He's 9 years old right now. But his father is in addiction also, and he's with his grandmother right now. So we want him to be able to have a future for himself because, his parents not being 100% there, and with pretty much his best friend leaving him, he's going to need a lot more help, and so is Dodie. So we're going to try to raise the money and put it in like a trust fund for him. So that way he has a future.
Oh, that's sweet of you for doing that.
Yeah.
So, I just want to let you know that we're here for you. We have a huge community of people that's willing to, give you some emotional support because we all need support in tough times. It's hard to do it alone sometimes.
Right.
So if you have an email you want to, say your email, and we can have people, send you some emails to cheer you up. You say you're in a sober living house, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we do too. You're one of us now. We help our brothers and sisters who are in sober living house. We help them with items that they need because sometimes, it's hard. You have to work while you over there too. Are you working?
Yeah, I'm working a full-time job. I'm a trash picker at a landfill.
Hey, we have to get our hands dirty, start off somewhere.
Yeah, and I work with a bunch of recovering addicts, and they've had multiple years under their belt. So like, it's not just picking trash. Like, our day consists of like, character building too. So I really enjoy my job.
Hey, that's great. You're keeping yourself busy and doing things to occupy your time.
Right.
So what is your short-term goals after the recovery house?
So my short-term goals, eventually I want to save up right now for a car. Other than that, I'm in the progress of reunification therapy with my oldest son. And then my next step is to work on my relationship with my youngest. So
you have 2 kids?
yeah, I have 2 little boys.
And see, you have to break that cycle, girl. You have to be the game changer.
All right.
Do you believe in yourself that you got this? You're gonna do it? And
I do. For the first time in 5 years that I've been in active use, I fully believe in myself this time.
that's beautiful to hear. What are some things that trigger you into,
Um, Pretty much like, I hate to say it, but my mom is a big trigger for me, as it was for Ashley. She's still in her active addiction, and it's very hard to deal with her at times, but like, that's my mom and will always be my mom. So I try to have the best relationship I can with her, but also putting that guard up just in case. And my kids is a definitely big trigger for me. Just the process of like not being able to see them and having to go through all the courts and the judges and, you know,
it's not easy.
but yeah, it definitely isn't.
But you
But
want
I've seen it happen. So like my sponsor has 6 years and she fought 4 years for her kids and she finally gets every weekend with her daughter. And it's like, it's rewarding.
Yes. That's awesome. Well, Brittany, I just want to let you know that you're doing amazing and that we are proud of you.
Thank you.
You can say your email if you want to. Yeah. And you can also text it to me. You can inbox it to me also too.
Okay. So my email is Britt, BRITT, Moore, MORR 61 at gmail.com.
Awesome. AML family, you guys are listening. Let's show Britt, that we got her back. That we're here to support her emotionally and the best we can financially too, because we all need to lift each other up, pull together as a team, and help our girl out.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate like the things that you do too, because if it wasn't for my sister coming out and telling her story to somebody, it helped someone. It helped a lot of people. I've read the comments, and that's just what we're supposed to do, is share our story, and hopefully like someone listens and they can overcome whatever battle that they're dealing with at the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. And I encourage everyone to do so, no matter how bad your story is. But guess what? You're not going back that way no more. You're going forward. That building that you used to live in is no longer. It's been demolished. You're a new person now. You're working on you are watering yourself because you are a flower. You just got to keep watering yourself, girl.
Thank you.
So many people, we have lost so many our brothers and sisters to this nasty monster.
Yeah.
So many young people, old people, it doesn't discriminate. And we have to be the voice for those who are afraid of speaking up because of the stigma.
Right.
So thank you so much,
You're
Brittany.
welcome. Thank you.
I'll stay in touch with you. And
thank you. Me too.
Any help that you need from us, just let us know. All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll stay connected.
Okay, not a problem.
All right. Thank you. Enjoy your night.
You're welcome.
Okay,
you too. Bye.
Hey guys, that was I was freestyling. I didn't have no questions written to ask her. I was just freestyling. So these things happen after we get done talking and questions start coming in my head. Oh, I should have asked her that. But I got her phone number and we'll do more, updates for her and stuff. All right. So there you have it, guys. That's from Ashley's sister. She's also going through her battles, but she's fighting to get out of it. And she's doing great. And I believe she's going to continue doing great from what happened to her sister. So we just pray for the best for Brittany and everyone else who are still going through the struggle. Just don't quit. No matter what you do, just don't quit and trying to change your life for the better. Just don't give up on yourself. All right, guys. So that was just I wanted to put that out there to talk to Ashley. The GoFundMe, Ashley GoFundMe link is in the description of this video. So if you click the description of this video, you'll see Ashley GoFundMe. If you can share it, that'll be phenomenal. All right, so let's get back to some news. All right, guys, let's get back to some news. I have some stories that our family sent to me to share with you guys. You may have seen it or you may have not. Some of them I haven't seen it. And you know, education is my thing. I love learning new things. So this is going to be one of the videos we check out tonight. And this video comes from our girl Robin. She messaged me on Instagram for me to check this out. So let's get to it, guys. Let me see. Let me pull it. Let's see what this one says. Hold on. Let me add it to the screen. Thanks to everybody who's in the chat. Brittany, I gotta get you off the screen now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's see what's going on. This is from Robin. Let's check it out. Let's see. The description said executive director of San Jose Police Officer Association charged with importing fentanyl. Do you guys read the title, the description? Executive director of the San Jose Police Officers Association charged with importing fentanyl. Let's hear what they say.
It's the director of the San Jose Police Officers Association facing drug charges tonight, accused of trafficking fentanyl to the Bay Area. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Ken Wayne.
I'm Pam Moore. Court documents claim that the union director was buying and selling fentanyl right under the nose of the Police Officers Association.
KRON 4's Ella Sogamonian tracking this developing story. She joins us now live from our newsroom. Ella.
Ken and Pam, the defendant has worked with the San Jose POA since 2003, and she allegedly started to buy and sell illegal drugs about 5 to 8 years ago, some linked to a death in Alabama. An investigation by Homeland Security into internationally produced drug shipments led agents to Joanne Segovia, who is the executive director of the San Jose Police Officers Association. Court documents claim she was dealing drugs and receiving shipments to both her home and office address, some that were seized and opened. The criminal complaint also alleges Segovia used personal and office computers to order thousands of illegal pills from countries like India and China in packages labeled wedding party favors and gift makeup, and that she allegedly used a Cash App account in her name linked to her work email for payments. Segovia is now facing charges for importing and exporting opioids like fentanyl. Ladaris Cordell is a retired Superior Court judge and a former independent auditor of the police department in San Jose. She had this to say in response to the allegations.
It raises a lot of questions. And the issue is, why didn't they know? And if they have anyone who is in charge of looking at the finances, checking the records and the books, it would seem that someone would have noticed that this was happening. So that's the concern here. So I think that the Police Officers Association has a lot of explaining to do.
San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan said in a statement, this is an incredibly disturbing allegation. No one is above the law, regardless of who their employer is. I want to thank U.S. Attorney Ramsey and his colleagues for aggressively pursuing the sources of fentanyl coming into our communities and holding drug dealers accountable. Segovia is not a sworn officer, but a civilian, and if convicted, she can be sentenced to 20 years in prison. If she's also connected to that death in Alabama, Cordell tells me that she could also be held responsible for that, too. In the newsroom, Ella Sogamonian, KRON 4 News.
Hold on one second, yeah. Damn. That's crazy. that just sent chills through my body. We are living in revelation, guys. We are living in basically the last days. So we got another story I'm going to share with you guys. It's from Jennifer. Jennifer, thank you for sharing this with me to share with the family. Let's check this one out. This one is titled "The U.S. Sanctioned Chinese Companies to Fight Illicit Fentanyl, but the drugs ingredients keep on coming." If you know about the precursor, yeah, if you a chemist, all you need is the precursor. You can make fentanyl just like that. So let's check out this video.
Good evening, India. Welcome to our Glory Globe TV. Here's a breaking news, yes? The seller, who went by the name Linda Wang, was caught
Yo,
when
hold
asked
on,
if she
guys.
sold a chemical.
Yo, that guy's voice is just cracking me up. I gotta find a different one, guys. His voice is just, he got too much sauce for me. He got too much sauce for Mal. So I'm gonna find a different version of this story. All right, guys, from CNN himself. Let's get it from CNN themselves. Let me see how. Oh man, hope I find this link. Yeah, I gotta go on Facebook and get the link. All right, guys. Let me get the link from Facebook, the direct link that was sent to me, because that other link is got too much sauce on it. All right, let's get it. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it popping. Thanks to everyone for their time. Hold on. Sometimes I move like a turtle, I know. Where is it? I just had it. Okay, you guys ready? Let's check this out. Let's watch this together.
The U.S.'s largest port of entry.
Where are we all going today?
Also, its busiest. Each day, more than 100,000 people enter the U.S. through the San Ysidro crossing. About 800 Customs and Border Protection officers tasked with keeping the bad from seeping through this part of the border.
Very difficult and complex job for them to, in a matter of moments and sometimes seconds, identify whether someone presents a threat coming into this nation or not.
Among the deadliest threats, illicit fentanyl.
So we want to feel the door to make sure it doesn't feel heavy and there's nothing in there.
The CBP tells us that more than half of all the fentanyl found at U.S. borders comes from ports here in San Diego. Officials say this is ground zero for illicit fentanyl smuggling.
We will probably double what we saw last year within the next month or two.
That's double the amount of fentanyl seized in all of 2022 in just the first 4 months of this year.
But before the fentanyl even reaches the U.S. border, you need to know where it's coming from. And for that, we start not over there in Mexico, but in China.
Specifically, Shijiazhuang, China, a city some 200 miles south of Beijing, known for manufacturing pharmaceutical drugs, and once a major hub for fentanyl production. In May 2019, facing mounting U.S. pressure, China took a major step and banned the production and sale of all known forms of fentanyl, including any variants of the drug.
That was a big step. That stopped fentanyl, the powder, coming in from China direct into the United States.
Matt Donahue worked for the DEA for more than 3 decades, retiring last year as its chief of foreign operations. While he says finished fentanyl is no longer flowing out of China, precursor chemicals, the ingredients to make fentanyl, are.
If you can get to the precursor chemicals, you're going to have less fentanyl. You have less fentanyl, you have less overdose deaths.
Using that same approach, in recent years, the U.S. levied new sanctions against a handful of Chinese chemical manufacturers to combat the global illicit drug trade. We looked into one of them, Hobeatun Trading Company, accused of being involved in fentanyl precursor chemical sales. Public records show the company was dissolved in 2021. But our investigation found the same email address once listed for Hobeatun, now linked to this Chinese company, Shangxi Naipu, registered just days after Hobeatun began to shut down. And look at Hobeatun's Facebook page, still active. It links to Shangxi Naipu. Not to mention the WhatsApp contacts advertised for both companies, the same. So I texted a number listed on one of Shangxi Naipu's 4 websites. Without even mentioning the word fentanyl, the seller, Linda Wang, asked if we wanted this substance, which can be used to make fentanyl. Wang then sent me this full menu of chemical products. A closer look reveals these are mostly precursors, legal to buy, but ones that chemists tell us can be used to manufacture illicit drugs, from fentanyl to cocaine. The company offers fast delivery and safety shipping.
Door to door to USA.
Logan Pauly is an intelligence analyst who's been investigating the flow of fentanyl precursors out of China for years. We showed him our conversation with Wang.
They have a warehouse in Mexico City.
Wow.
We wondered if Wang would reveal any ties to the sanctioned company.
My colleagues tell me you are the same company as Hobeatun. You're now called Shangxi Naipu Import and Export. Haha, yes, smiley face. Sorry, I don't want to cheat you.
I think it's wild that they confirmed that they're the same company.
In an email responding to our request for comment, Shangxi Naipu told us we are not related at all to Hobeatun, adding that they bought the sanctioned company's Facebook account, email, and cell phone number in order to, quote, attract internet traffic. They also deny selling the fentanyl precursor that they offered to us in multiple exchanges. And the company denies having any warehouses in the US or Mexico, stressing that everything they sell is legal. We found hundreds of other Chinese chemical companies selling the same fentanyl precursors legally.
I mean, does this show, do you think, that US sanctions aren't working or aren't effective?
The way in which the system is being exploited by these Chinese companies makes it hard to enforce everything.
Another problem, when one precursor is banned, a substitute chemical quickly takes its place.
So what they're doing now is they're buying compounds that are structurally very, very similar.
Chemists point out the ease of creating a substitute ingredient called a masked precursor. Simply put, make one small chemical change and it's no longer a banned precursor, but a legal substitute, one that's readily available to purchase by essentially anyone with internet access. DEA officials tell us the majority of precursors ship directly to Mexico, where cartels cook up fentanyl in secret labs. We wanted to see for ourselves. Traveling into the state of Sinaloa, cartel country as some see it, we got exclusive access with the Mexican army as they hunt for drug labs. They took us to their latest fentanyl lab bust, this unassuming home.
That white building right there, that's the fentanyl lab.
The army says they seized 270,000 pills here, all containing fentanyl. Soldiers keep watch 24/7, preserving the scenes for prosecutors and preventing cartel members from restarting production here. Despite what we saw, and scenes like these, Mexico's president claims,
Aquí nosotros no producimos fentanilo.
Here in Mexico, we do not produce fentanyl, he said, instead turning it on the U.S., essentially asking why the U.S. can't fix its own social decay, comments that immediately made headlines across the country. China's foreign ministry points the finger in the same direction. They told us, quote, using China as a scapegoat will not solve the drug crisis in the United States. With U.S. drug overdoses at record levels and a relentless demand for opioids, blame shifts from one country to another. International cooperation appears increasingly unlikely.
If we had Mexico actually working with us, you could actually work against precursors coming in and actually target Chinese companies from Mexico.
Instead, the burden falls here on the U.S. southern border, where drugs continue to pour in.
Right there.
Narcotics.
Narcotics.
We don't know what.
We don't know what it is yet.
They found obviously a significant amount of drugs in the back trunk. We'll continue over this way and get out of their way because they're going to continue to investigate that finding. Do you see yourself as the last line of defense?
We're the last line of defense holding the border. but we're the first line of defense in the expansion and whole of government outreach approach. It's not just an enforcement mission, it's a humanitarian mission.
That's another, damn. It's crazy. Will you guys say the same thing? It's like it's never ending battle to win the war on drugs, because when one door closes, three more, like Mary said, when one thing gets shut down, other avenues open up. And it's just getting worse and worse. And this is spreading like a wildfire now. It's spreading in every state. Let's check out this other video, guys, from our girl, the same one who sent me that article. Let's go back to my messages. Hold your horses. Hey, what's up, guys? If you just tuning in, thank you so much for your time. We just, educating ourselves on this fentanyl battle. Where you at, lady? Jennifer. She sent me another one, something else. I think I've seen this one before, but let's check it out anyway. Share this tab. Let's check this one out, guys. We'll soon be done, all right? I don't want to take up your whole night. Let's see what's this one's. Let's see what this is. Hold on, my bad. We saw that already. I apologize. I'm lost in the sauce again. Give me 1 second, Yeah, we done with you. We got the knowledge we needed. Let's go back to Facebook. Okay, here we go. Well, was it the same thing? All right, let me share this screen with y'all. I apologize, guys. Un momento. Chinese. Let me see. Chinese conga moves. Is this the one I'm looking for? Okay, this is it. You guys are the best. All these. How do I get rid of this freaking? All right, let's check this out. That looks like Kensington. I could just look at the picture. Oh, that might not be Kensington. It is Kensington. It said Philadelphia. Let's check it out.
Cracked windshield? Make it easy and schedule with SafeLight, because you can track us and see exactly when we'll be there.
I have a few more minutes. Let's go.
Yeah,
That
thanks to
service
everyone
that
who
fits your schedule.
shared
Go to
information
safelight.com.
with me. We have to stay on.
The trank is bad. I didn't know I did this. I was like one of the first victims out here with this kind of shit.
The opioid crisis has been going on for a long time, but in Philly, the problem has shifted. Most of the street fentanyl supply is cut with an animal tranquilizer called xylazine, or trank.
To be honest, I really didn't notice the change. It was just heroin wasn't doing anything for me anymore. You build a tolerance for everything eventually. And then I started doing trank, and heroin just disappeared altogether. They made it cheaper, easier to get. Now it's just killing everybody.
Does trank give you the same feeling that fentanyl would?
No. You get warm and fuzzy from fentanyl. Trank puts you to sleep.
Trank was found in over 90% of the dope samples tested in Philadelphia, and it's spreading to other cities on the East Coast. In 2021, it was detected in 34% of overdose deaths in Philadelphia. Users did not want xylazine, but now they're addicted to it.
Okay, so someone told me you're a real OG out here. What does that mean?
Original gangster. Okay. Yeah, I've been out here for a long time. A lot of people know me out here.
So, like, you've been here when, like, trank started being in the supply, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I've seen the whole transition go from real heroin to trank and fetty, and it really changed a lot of people's habits, lifestyles.
Xylazine is a powerful sedative not approved for use in humans. It can cause users to be motionless for hours, even days.
It knocked the elephants out with it. Yeah. So that's why you see everybody on, you know?
It also causes skin wounds that won't heal and that can become necrotic. Doctors don't yet know why.
It removes 7 pounds of flesh and 1.5 liters of pus. It's been open for 21 months. That's how horrible this trank shit is. It doesn't let your body heal.
It's killing us. Slow but sure it's killing us. Some of us earlier than others, but it's eventually going to kill you if you keep going. And I see it every day. Death. Every day, right next to you.
In Kensington, the main avenue runs under the elevated train, and on many of the corners, you can buy drugs. On the side streets and in the park, people without homes live and sleep and use illegal drugs.
Hey, what's up, Pop? Did you want to get on the list?
A Percocet prescription led to Sarah Laurel getting addicted to heroin and living on the street. When she got sober, she created Savage Sisters, a harm reduction organization that offers showers and nurses to treat people's wounds.
Shower, wound care, both, or just shower?
Everybody knows about Kensington. It's a tourist location for drugs.
A couple people mentioned that people will come down here for the weekend and never leave.
You just get stuck. Why go home?
This is McPherson Square Park, but we call it Needle Park.
Why?
Everybody shoots up here. There's a lot of syringes left around.
One day in 2019, a friend drove James Sherman to Kensington to buy fentanyl, and he never came back to the car. He spent 2 years homeless, 18 months of them in this park.
When I got to Kensington, this was like a Disneyland for drug addicts.
Why?
Open air.
People without homes in Kensington still have their own community, with its own economy.
Well, I had 2 hustles. I don't know if one is necessarily appropriate to talk about on camera, but it's like hitting people, people that are injecting. If they're not good at themselves, they need, what we call a hitter. And then my second one is what we call a runner. Somebody comes down from the county and they want to know where the good stuff is. Some people would say, hey, I want a bag of Coke, but I don't want bath salts.
Yeah.
Or, somebody would say, hey, I want trank, but I want a little bit of fentanyl. And I would just know that from being down here. So I say, hey, I'll take it, but, you're going to have to look out for me.
Wow. Kind of like a tourist guide.
Yes, 100% like a tourist guide, a middleman of copying drugs for sure.
So now what's the differentiator if trank's in everything?
Oh, I don't, probably just which ones are heavier with the trank and which ones are least tranky.
The nurses at Savage Sisters use their experience with addiction to care for people who come in.
I used to love using my veins. I had 3 veins there. Maybe you have another one.
Have people come in here where you're like, dude, you got to go to the hospital?
All the time. It's really hard. It's scary. You're going to the hospital. Like, are you going to manage my withdrawal? Are you going to manage my pain? Are you going to treat me like as someone who uses drugs and stigmatize me and turn me back out?
This has made it really difficult for patients to get into recovery. They're so fearful of the withdrawal. They're fearful that the doctors and nurses don't know what xylazine is.
Xylazine withdrawal lasts longer than opioid withdrawal, and it can cause intense anxiety. Doctors don't know the best way to treat it, and they're trying different drugs to see what works. But D'Orazio warns that cracking down on trank will just push dealers to introduce other, more dangerous drugs. He says what will help is making it easier for users to get health care.
But how do you do that? How do you make the access to care better?
Better medications, so better ability to manage withdrawal, creating more housing access. Housing is a major issue in our community, and I think that's something that we're not concentrating on as the prevention of this disorder.
And what would that be? More mental health care?
Yes, absolutely.
The same reason that mom on the main line reaches for a martini glass at noon is the same reason that I reached for a rig and put a needle in my neck. I was in pain. That's it. I was hurting. The people that are out here numbing their pain with substances, whether it's heroin, alcohol, cocaine, we need to address the pain. We need to stop isolating the substance and look beyond it.
And then I'm going to give you Narcan.
Okay.
I'm a 5'1" purple-haired recovering heroin addict. I don't have credentials. I don't have a degree. And I had to come up with ways to convince people that we're worth saving.
Okay. I think we saw that before. I wasn't quite sure if we have seen it or not. But yeah, guys, there you have it. We're still on this battlefield. And I'm just grateful that the news is putting it out there because this been going on for a couple years now, a few years. I can say since the pandemic started, that's when xylazine like rose like all the way up. But it's been going on for a couple years now. And I'm so happy that all of us who have come together and have been putting this out there to the world, and you guys have been sharing it, caught the attention of the media and everyone else, and people are coming together to help this with the situation. At least that's the start, right? There's been a huge budget. Because I always get this budget thing messed up. Let me look it up. Budget for Kensington. Now, when you go to Kensington, guys, there is so much construction going on in Kensington now. Like they are really fixing the place up. For Kensington, they are really fixing the place up, guys. I'm gonna start showing you guys the work that is being done in Kensington. Um, well, okay. Let me see. Budget for Kensington news. Budget. What happened? Okay, I can't seem to find that article that I want to show you guys, but yeah, there's been a huge budget that has been awarded to Kensington because of this crisis, and it's a lot of money. So hopefully they put the money to good use and the people who deserve it get it. Right, guys? So I'm gonna open up the chat. If anyone would like to come up here and tell us what's on your mind, how you feel, you're more than welcome. Hey, love you too. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm dropping the link. If anyone would like to come up and vibe, shout out to everyone in the chat. Hope you all are having an amazing day. That's the link right there. Anybody want to come up? Kimberly, what happened to Kimberly? Kimberly, are you in the house? Remember the last time I was on live, you said you was going to come up and share your story. Are you in the house tonight, Kimberly? Show the article. Show the article. Nat, I don't know what you're talking about. The article. 30 years ago, medication steroids have been available for the boys used to take them to play foot, but it sent them crazy. Oh, we got Lady T in the house. There we go. We got a warrior. Listen, if you don't hit the link, that doesn't mean you're not a warrior. Okay, that means you're just not a warrior right now. But that doesn't mean you're never going to be a warrior. You still are a warrior. So without further ado, let's bring the lady herself up on the stage. Hey, dear, how you doing, Lady
Hey,
T?
hi everybody. Hey AML family.
Hey,
Ma,
shout out.
before I go any further, bruh, everything that you're doing, I want to just say I am so blessed to be a part of this family, and I'm always praying for you. What you're doing for this community, what you're doing out there in the streets, it does not go unnoticed. Like everything you're doing, and I pray for you because I know what it feels like to want to help somebody when you're so passionate about it. But like you said, you got to take care of yourself because you get caught up and it can overtake you, and that's where you get sick, and not only just mentally sick, but you get physically sick because your body wears down. So please keep taking care of you. You're a blessing to so many people, and we love you. I had to say that
Oh,
before we get started.
virtual hug. Virtual hug. I felt that, Lady T. Oh, I
You
felt the
know
love
it.
in my soul. Thank you so much, dear.
You know it, bro. You know it.
I really
You know.
appreciate you've been riding with us for a minute now, and I
Yep.
really want to tell you thank you so much for you know following us on this mission and this assignment. I got nothing
Mhm.
but good people with me, Tell us a little bit about yourself, Lady T. Where you're from, stuff like that.
Well, I grew up in Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl at heart, but Philadelphia, I lived in Philly for 14 years. And I actually lived in the Kensington area for about a year. And so I saw firsthand a lot of stuff that was going on. And I actually left in 2011. I left Philly after my sister passed away from cancer. Um, and I was working. So the job, I was working, I was on the road. But Philly is my second home. Philly will always be my second home. And when my last year, I think earlier the end part of last year, I think I was sharing with you guys that my son was out there. He used to have an iPhone, so I could track him and I could see where he was. And every time I see him in Kensington, I was like, my heart would just drop because he would be there for days. And I would just go to praying and I'd be like, Lord, just please don't allow him to get stuck there. So he got into some trouble legally, and he's in, has to go through drug court and stuff. So he's clean. Thank God for drug court because he's clean now. Me personally, I am in sobriety, and I just celebrated on March 10th my year. So I've been clean for a year now. No drugs, no alcohol, no nothing. So, there's a passion myself for what, for this whole program and just seeing people in recovery and seeing people out there. I've lost my brother-in-law to an overdose. I lost my cousins. I lost a lot of family members to heroin. So it's a passion of mine. And that's what I do now is I share my story. I give my story of hope because if I can do it at all the hardship, all the loss, all the pain that I've been through, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Some people, it's harder for them to get through because they don't have the support, they don't have the love. And that's why we need people like you and this community to let others know that, hey, we love you and we care about you. So you don't have to be out there. And we got to get the government more involved. Like I was just telling my best friend, I'm in DC celebrating my birthday and my physical birthday, turned 59. I'm a youngster.
Yes, you are.
But I was telling her, it's like we have to do something and to get to the government, like the mayor needs to be more aware. Like we got people killing each other. My best friend's son went to the store to get a soda and some cigarettes and got shot 8 times. So something has to be done. We got to make the city aware and to be accountable for what's going on in their city. How can you say that you're the mayor of a city and that you care about your people and you ain't doing nothing about it? So there's a lot of work to be done in Philly. Philadelphia is a great city. That is my second home, like I said. But to see the heartache and the heartbreak, the mother, my best friend, she spoke to the young kids. They're not so young. They're in their 20s and 30s. Like what is it that we need to do to help y'all to get y'all off the street, to get y'all to stop selling drugs, to get y'all to stop using drugs, to get y'all to stop killing each other? Like what do we need to do? So I have a passion for it all because our youth, they don't have a future. I'm watching the chat, and someone had said, like, what are we going to do? How are we going to help our kids that are coming up behind us? And the people that go out for the first time, they'll go out for the first time and they get stuck taking Trank or taking fentanyl and then die. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's got to be an end somewhere and somehow. And the only thing that we could do is to keep being vocal, to keep speaking up. People tell me that you're supposed there's anonymity in being in recovery. No, my recovery is loud, and I'm gonna shout it from the rooftops because if it stops one person from getting high or going out into them streets, I'm gonna help that one person. Saving one life is just like in the Bible. They went after the one sheep. There was 99 out there. One was lost. They went and found that one lost one.
Amen.
We got to take it one day at a time, one person at a time, and do what we got to do.
Yep. It takes a village just to help one
Takes a
person.
village.
So we
It
have to
takes a
all come
village.
together. It's not a one person problem. It's a global problem. It's a world problem.
It's a world problem. We saw
Lady.
that the drugs coming in from China. Like, really?
Yeah. It's coming in by the boatload, and it's just spreading in so many different states now that it's a wildfire, and more people are starting to wake up now that this is a huge problem and it needs to be focused on instead of sweeping it under the rug.
That's right. Because with all of that involved too, another organization I'm involved with is dealing with human trafficking. So with the drugs is the human trafficking.
Go hand in hand. Lady T, I want to say sorry for, about your sister. And I'm so proud that your son was able to overcome his addiction. And also congratulations on 1 year, right? You said 1 year?
Yep.
Congratulations, girl. Don't reset that clock. I'm holding people accountable. Yeah, I'm holding people accountable now. Yeah, it's a
I
lot
was
of
on
people.
my flight I live in Nashville now, and I was on my flight from Nashville to DC, and I got tested twice on my flight. Okay, so the guy that was checking my bags, he was like, "Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday," and gives me a free coupon for free alcohol. And I looked at the ticket and I was like, "Damn, do I?" And I was like, "Nope." And I gave it to somebody else, right? Gave it to another passenger. Then I get on the plane, and the guy sitting next to me, New Yorker, he had his own personal bottle. He was like, "You want some of this?" I looked at him. I was like, "No." I was like, "Why am I being tested today? Like, what the hell?"
So was that your battle? Alcohol?
It was alcohol. It was cocaine. Cocaine was the biggest DLC for me. And also a touch of meth. There was a period of time that I was on meth, trying to save my marriage because my husband was using, and I wanted to see what it was that he was so attracted to, and instead of him going out in the street and doing it with somebody else, stay home, do it with your wife, But that didn't work. And my godmother too, she was very much an addict, and she actually got me started again after I had stopped. And she got mad at me when I left. I had to move. I had to get out of that environment, and I moved away. And I haven't talked to her since. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. It was such a testimony that you just, share with us. I know it takes a lot to open up because the trolls be online trolling people.
Who cares?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's the attitude most of us need to have. Who cares?
Who cares? Troll on. If you don't like what I'm saying, move the F on, okay?
Even I'm taking notes from you, Lady T, because they be coming at me all the time.
I'm
And some
sure.
days I'm like, I'm gonna bring my New York on you. You don't
Yes,
know me.
bring New York, honey. Bring New
My
York.
New York, but I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be like you. I'm gonna just, like you said, I'm just gonna just,
troll
move
on, baby.
Yeah,
troll
on.
on.
So, Lady T, how were you able to kick your addiction? Like, how do you do it?
It was hard because I went into last January is when I realized just how deep in addiction I was, because I fought it for 45 years. I was addicted for 45 years. I started when I was 13, just drinking and hanging out with my friends on the train tracks. That was our place, smoking and doing whatever. And I had that bout. Then I got into cocaine. Then I got into pills, prescription pills. I was in a really bad car accident, and I got addicted to the painkillers and stuff. So, but last January I nearly died. I had already attempted suicide a couple of times, but I was riding on the highway and I was driving about 75 miles per hour, and I blacked out. I was high, I was drunk. I had open containers in the car, I had weed in the car, and I think I had pills. And I blacked out. And when I woke up from that blackout, I was still riding at 75 miles per hour, but not on the highway, in the ditch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank God he saved you, because you could
He
have
had his hand on
drowned in
my
that
life.
car. Wow,
He
girl.
had his hand on my life. And that's when I knew that I needed to change. But the funny thing about it, it wasn't that day that I stopped, because I still went, picked my girlfriend up from the airport, went to the bar, and we continued drinking. I ended up in the hospital like 3 times from um, blood pressure being in stroke level, and they were really getting ready to commit me because my pressure, I was at stroke level. They said they couldn't even realize, they didn't even know how I was walking around because of the addiction and because of the drinking. And I was lying. I lied to everybody, my doctor, everybody. Do you drink? Do you drink? Do you do this? I never told them about any substances that I was on. And I only admitted to like drinking maybe a glass of wine or 3 glasses of wine, where I was drinking like 3-liter box, the box wine, and
Right.
a whole fifth of Jameson, because Jameson was my buddy, But then it just came to a point where in March, I was so dehydrated I couldn't even talk. My skin was peeling. All the glow in my face was just completely gone, and I was so dehydrated I couldn't even talk. Like I was talking through gritted teeth. My mouth was all dry, everything. And I had called my daughter and I told her that I needed help. And my daughter had called my doctor, and we had a televisit because I had isolated myself. I was in a room and I did not come out. And I was watching my whole self just deteriorate, because in addiction, you don't want to do anything. I didn't care about myself. I didn't love myself. I wasn't even taking a shower. I didn't do anything for me, right? And when my daughter was starting to notice stuff, she was like, "Mom, something's wrong." And I'm like, "No, nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Still lying, still hiding, right?" So March 10th, I cried out to my doctor. I had my daughter on my other phone on FaceTime, and my doctor said, "Tanya, like, what do you want to do?" And I just busted out crying, and that was the first time I said, "I need help." And when I said I needed help, I think that was the time that it was like a release. It was just a release, and the floodgates opened. I cried for hours. My daughter was an hour and 15 minutes away from me. Next thing I know, she was standing there in my doorway 50 minutes later. Like, she must have flew from where she was to get to me, and took me into psych. I detoxed in the psych ward, and then I went straight into treatment and stayed in treatment for 28 days. And then I went straight into a partial hospitalization program, and then a intensive hospital program. So I stayed in treatment for almost 4 months.
Congratulations. Look at you now, girl. You look good. I like your glasses. You got some sauce on you. I like what do your shirt say? What
It says chapter 59. Chapter
nice.
59.
Okay.
Fabulous, born in 64.
Awesome. Wow, Lady T, you're such an inspiration, dear. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for opening up and telling us that about you.
Yes.
We don't look at
Yes.
you any other way than a beautiful person who turned their life around and are doing great things now with themselves.
Yeah. And
How's your
that's what I
son?
want to do.
How's your son doing now?
He's in Philly.
Oh yeah.
He's still in Philly. He's doing good. His birthday is 2 days before mine. He's my birthday present. But he sent me a picture on his birthday, and he looks fabulous. I was crying when I saw the picture. I was like, he's back. He is back.
That's beautiful
And
to
he's
see people.
working, and he's doing great. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
So
beautiful to
recovery
hear.
works, guys. We do recover. We do recover, and recovery is beautiful. People try and make it hard. It is not hard. Recovery is beautiful. You get a chance at a new life. You get to live again. I've never felt this much peace in my life before, and I get to do it all over again.
That's beautiful. What advice would you give to people watching this video but are still in that lane struggling?
If you're struggling, get help. Just get help. Go find some place that'll take you, and go to a meeting. Get a sponsor, just like Brittany was saying. Everything that Brittany was saying today was the key. you get a sponsor, you get support, man, and it works. It works. But you got to have that support system. You can't do it alone. This is not a recovery is not a one person thing or a single person thing. It's a we program. Anybody that's in Narcotics Anonymous will tell you it's a we program. You have people all over the world that can support you. I go on Zooms and people from Africa, Sweden, where's some of my other friends, Brazil, that I've connected with all over the world. It's an international problem. Just like you said, it's not just here. It's not just there. It's not just in one city. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's sad. But yeah.
Yeah,
But we do recover. And if you're out there,
absolutely.
if you the newcomer, you the person and you want to get help, just reach out. Contact Mal. Hit me up, Lady T on Facebook. I'll
You have
help you any way I can.
okay, Lady T. That's what's up. I'll if you have an email, I'll get your email, and
Yeah,
and we can share it with the community if people want to reach
no
out to you
problem.
and for advice and stuff. So so how do you deal with the cravings?
Um, I only had two really bad experiences. Well, I was tempted.
Hmm.
Like I said the other day, I was tempted. But when they come, you let it go. You got to get it out of you. When you have that craving, you call somebody. That's why it's important to have a support family. Because if you don't have somebody that you can call that's going to help you through that, you're not going to be okay. You have to be able to get it out. Because if you let it sit there and be wondering, I'm like, oh my God, I want to drink, or oh my God, I want to use. If you keep saying that to yourself, eventually your mind is going to take over because this is the problem. This is the problem. Your mind. The mind is powerful,
Hmm.
and the mind only tells the body what to do. So if your mind is telling you that you need to go get a drink or you need to use, then you got to deflect your mind by putting something different in there, positive things, you know, and good people around you. I've dropped a whole lot of people out of my life. Everybody that said they were my friend, F them, because they weren't. They weren't there when I was in recovery. They weren't there when I came out. All they wanted to know was my business. What happened? None of your business. If you didn't know what I was going through while I was going through it, you sure don't need to know now.
Hmm.
But fighting the cravings is about having that support system.
Okay, guys, you listening, you're struggling. That's coming from somebody who's been there, giving you some powerful jewels for you to wear to arm yourself against
Yeah.
that beast, that nasty
hmm
beast.
It is a beast.
So what's a day in your life look like now, Lady T?
Wow, a day in my life. So I get up, I first give gratitude. Gratitude is key in recovery because if you're grateful, you have no time for negativity. So I get up and I say what I'm grateful for. I say my prayers, I do meditation, I read the Bible, I read my literature, um, then I work. I work, I'm a trainer, so not physical trainer, but I train software. So I'm a train. I do my job, and then when my job is over, I'm going to a meeting or I'm going to the support my people that I'm helping at the human trafficking. So I stay involved. I work with H&I, which is hospitals and institutions, where we go into different facilities and speak. So I do that on Mondays. I go into a physical treatment center, and on Tuesdays I hold a Zoom, so anybody can join my Zoom and come on and listen to the stories as people share their hope. And we reach about 145 people or so on Tuesdays by going into those three facilities. And then Wednesday, I'm with NAHT, the human trafficking, Wednesday and Thursday, and then with my home groups. So I stay busy. I have something to do every day, and I'm active
Wow.
in my church on Sundays.
Oh, that's wonderful. You are making a huge difference in the world. Let me let you know that now. You are touching so many people's lives. Like you said, we connect with people all over the world,
hmm
and everyone's
Yep.
story matters. Your story
Yes, it
matter,
does.
my story matter,
hmm
everyone's story matters.
We
So,
might
Lady
have
T,
different backgrounds, but
uh-huh,
it's a common denomination.
right. So what are Lady T dreams? What are some of your dreams?
Well, my dreams are starting to come true because on Friday I moved from a 1 bedroom, 1 bath apartment into a 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath house
Mm.
with 2 bonus rooms and a 2 car garage and a backyard.
Amen. Look at that. Clap for you,
So the
girl. That's what I'm
promises are
talking about.
starting to come true. I want to get back to traveling. My biggest dream, though, is to open up a sober living home and also to just start going out and speaking. I want to be on platforms. I want others to hear my story so that they can get healed as well. Because my healing it's from a lot of things, a lot of trauma, a lot of trauma, a lot of loss. So I have a story to tell. People keep telling me to write a book. I don't know that I want to write a book. I'd rather talk about it.
Hey, write a book
But
too, and you can do both. Some people
yeah,
love reading, that is
that's
definitely
true.
gonna, and I'll definitely promote your book. The AML family will definitely support you because
Yeah.
we love seeing how people
Hmm.
break free and
Yeah. Yeah.
be themselves.
Yep. And that's what I did. I'm free now. I have nothing holding me back. No bondages. Nothing's
Amen.
holding me back anymore. I let all that trauma go. And people that don't want to go to therapy,
Mhm.
man, go take your butt and sit on a couch and talk to somebody. Okay? There ain't nothing wrong with therapy.
Lady T, I have an advice. I want you to give me an advice, right? Now, I have people who say they are clean, not doing
Hmm.
drugs, but then they be messaging me for money. How do I deal with stuff like that? Because I'm afraid if I give it to them, that could make them relapse. I don't want to be the cause of somebody relapsing. If you
Yeah.
give me some advice, Lady T, what are
Don't
boundaries?
yeah, you have to set up boundaries because people that say that they're clean, they may be abstinent, but they're not working their recovery. And if they're coming to you for money, you don't know what they're going to do with that money, right? So
Hmm.
like the things that you do, like when you say I've heard you say in the past, like don't send me money, send me donations.
Hmm.
That's the best thing we can do is to help them with the things that they need. Like
Hmm.
I had a person that relapsed. She was on the street in the cold. I got her a room. She asked me for money. I said, I will put you in a room, but I'm not going to give you no money.
Yeah, you
That part
absolutely
I'm
right.
not doing because you don't know what they're going to do with that
Hmm.
money. And I don't want to be, like you
Hmm.
said, I don't want to be a part of your relapse. I don't want to be
Exactly.
responsible for your relapse. So
And
no,
sometimes I feel like I feel bad by not,
I do too.
feeding into their hand. But does that make me a bad person if I say no, I don't want to give
Nope.
them money because I'm
Mm-mm.
just thinking of
Give me
their
1 minute,
their
okay,
their
babe?
best interest,
Give me 1 minute.
because I don't, like
Yeah.
you said, I don't know what you're gonna do with that money.
Mm-mm.
I don't
Mm-mm.
know,
Don't do
especially
it.
if you're
Because
newly
the addict is
recovered.
active. An addict is an addict all the time. And it's right here, like I said. So if they get that money, they're gonna go buy. Just like Belinda just said, don't give them money.
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
know,
I get
don't.
people hitting me up all the time. That's why I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna give some people my number anymore because I be thinking I'm doing a good thing, but then they take advantage of it.
Yep.
I get all kinds
Hmm.
of stuff dumped on me, and I'm
Hmm.
going through my own personal things in life.
Right.
My kids
Right.
need money. I need to pay my bills. I do the
Hmm.
best I can to help, but I
Hmm.
can lead you, but you have to apply effort yourself too. I can give you people to support you, to give you stuff, but you gotta apply, you gotta work too. Like I
You
had to
gotta work
work
the.
my
Yep.
butt off. I
Hmm.
started from the
Hmm.
bottom picking up trash in Kensington. I
Yep.
my story was not easy neither. I got a
Mm-mm.
horrible story, but I still push myself at the end of the day because nobody gonna
Right.
do it for me but me.
That's right. That's
So
right.
people gotta realize that, do the same thing too. I can
Yeah.
help you as much as I can, but I can't hold your
I can
hand
help you
throughout this
by
whole
not
journey.
giving you money to make you go back
Hmm.
in the street. That's how I can help you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and
I have
and
to
it's
be that
nothing.
way.
Don't feel bad. You don't feel bad about it, Ma. I'm telling you, you're
Right.
doing the right thing because, like I said, if that addict mentality is going to just come right back, and if we feed into it, and then they're feeding on your sympathy as well. So
Yep.
because they know that you have a good heart. But if you
Yep.
feed into that and you give it back to them, then it's just a vicious cycle, and that's not your purpose. Your purpose is to help. So you're
Right.
doing the right thing in helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you guys are listening who be asking me for money, listen, I don't hate you. I just want you to succeed. I want you to win. I don't want you to relapse. If you saying you're doing the sober thing, you should be doing it and not doing things that a person in active addiction does, because that's just gonna take my mind into a place, into that room where you was at before, that you was doing all them, playing all these tricks and stuff. I know about the games. You can't fool me. You just fooling yourself out of a good person.
Yep.
I hope they get
And
the message.
anybody that does, I mean, anybody that's listening, like, if you're asking for money, that's the wrong direction. If you need to go get help financially, there are places that you can go in the city to get that kind of help. Go use the government. Okay.
There you have it, Lady T stamped it. She put a stamp on it with the LT, and I shipping it. You heard it. I hope it reaches you.
Yeah, man.
I'm not trying to be your person you call all the time because you feel like I have a I have a soft heart, and you can just say certain things. Is it people be using their kids on me and everything, and I'm like, wow.
Yep.
Boy,
They're very creative, honey. They're very creative.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Lady T, thank you so much for
Thank
coming up
you,
here,
Ma.
for connecting with us. Now I know Lady T now, she definitely, good peoples. And I just wish you all the best on your journey. And I'm excited for you to get that recovery house one day and
Oh
all the stuff
yeah.
that you want to do.
I'll be telling you about it, man. And
Yeah,
I
I'll
was
be
so
there.
upset. I was in Philly and I wanted to come and try and meet up with you, but it
Okay.
was that weekend. It was my daughter was doing an event, so I didn't even have any time. But I said next time I'm in Philly, I'm definitely gonna find you.
Yes. Blessings to you, dear. We're on the same team,
Yes,
making
we
a
are.
difference in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God for people like you, Lady T, for overcoming your addiction and giving back to the community
Mm-hmm.
with your time. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Anything
Yep.
else you would like to add, dear?
I just want to tell you all that keep doing what you're doing. Keep service is key in recovery. So doing service work, doing things like what Mal is doing, getting out there and helping somebody, send those donations in there, because we got to do something to help the city. Since the city ain't helping our people, we got to help our people. This is a community of love and of hope. And if we continue to give that love and hope, we might save a life.
Amen. That's the goal, is to save a life. Yep. You hear
Yep.
that, guys? Well, Lady T, we'll have you back up here. You're welcome to come back anytime on the platform and
honey.
share any resources that you have, any information that you have that you think
Yes.
will be, somebody would need.
Okay, I will. I love you, Ma. Keep
Yeah,
doing
love you
what you do.
too. Send me your email, your
I
Zoom
will.
information through my messenger, and
Okay,
we'll
I
link up.
will.
All right. Enjoy the
All
rest
right,
of your
sounds
night.
good.
Thanks for your
You too,
time.
hon.
Bye. Guys, it's time for us to clock out. Thanks to Lady T for coming through and spilling the tea on us. That was her story. Her story is an inspiration. If you don't look at that as an inspiration, then you're not ready. When you start loving yourself, great things started happening. Now look, all the great things that is happening for her right now. And trust me, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months from now, you're going to be in a whole better situation if you just stop and love yourself and focus on you and stop the drugs. I know it's hard, but you can do it. So many of us have done it. It took near-death experience for some of us to realize that, we're worth it. We're worth saving. You're worth saving too. So I just want you to know that you either get better. No, let me rephrase that. You either get bitter or you get better. It's that simple. You either take what has been dealt to you and allow it to make you a better person, or you can allow it to tear you down. It's not my choice, it's your choice. Your fate is in your hands. It belongs to you. Hope you guys listen to that, all right? I can't do it for you. The AML family can't do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. You have to break the curse. You have to address whatever secret it is that you're hiding. You have to address that. Thanks to everyone for stopping by tonight. I appreciate you all. Each and every one of you guys, your story matters. And one day, just like that, you'll be back into the light. You have a warrior inside of you. You just gotta take your power back from whatever that's stopping you from being your greatest self. You have to use that warrior strength that's inside of you to take your power back from the demons, the devil, whatever it is that got a grip on you. Use that warrior strength that you have. Okay, guys, you have it. Everyone have it. You just have to keep on digging deep down inside of yourself. Keep on digging, and you're gonna strike gold. You got to keep on digging. If you stop digging and quit, you'll never strike gold. But if you keep on digging, you're gonna strike gold. I promise you that. And to all of us who are healers, I'm a healer, you're a healer. We have to be careful on what we exchange our energy for. Because sometimes we give our energy and we receive nothing. We have to protect our energy because, like I said, people on the internet, they'll give you they'll put that straw inside of you and they'll keep on sucking you for everything you got. They'll keep on sucking you if you don't take that straw out. And a lot of people get drawn to us because we are healers. We comfort people. And a lot of people want us to guide them, to lead them, but not everyone wants to walk forward. They want you to carry them. So we have to be careful and protect our energy. All right, guys? We all have our days where we feel like we can survive. I have my days where I feel like I can survive. I have my days where I feel like, damn, where's my next check coming from? Where's my next money coming from? And the bills is right behind us, like the bus. That's how the bills are. The bills is like the bus. When one leave, another bill coming up. It don't stop. All right, so we all have our days where we feel like we can survive. Sometimes the dreams that we have are shattered. Our dreams that we have sometimes don't come true. We feel broken. Friendship that we have for years falls apart. For years, friendship that you don't have for years, it falls apart. People that we love, they hurt us. A lot of us right now, we are worried about money. A lot of us right now are worried about money. What about sickness? A lot of us, sickness is overtaking us. A lot of us, sickness is overtaking us. So I just wanted to let you know, guys, we may even lose people we love, but God will always be there to guide us through. Even the toughest times, never lose faith. Hold on to hope. That's all you have is hope. Do not let that go. Hold on to it as tight as you can. And trust in God always. He'll make a way for you. So AML family, I love you guys. Don't be bitter. Be better. Until next time, we out there. Peace out.